We help coaches build a six-figure coaching business in 6 months without the constant self-sabotage that's been holding them back. Now, I've helped well over 500 coaches in the last 5 years and closed over $500,000 in coaching sales. So I want to show you exactly how this works because most coaches are stuck chasing the wrong solution entirely. You see, hitting six figures isn't about working harder or learning another strategy. Here's the thing, you probably already know enough strategies to hit six figures. Think about it. You know you should be consistent on social media, you should be following up with leads, you know you should be asking for the sale on calls, and you know you should stick to one niche instead of changing it every few months. The reason these strategies don't work isn't because they're wrong, it's because something inside of you prevents you from executing them consistently. Most coaches think they need more tactics, but the truth is they need to remove what's blocking their execution. Maybe you've tried figuring it out alone, spending hours consuming content and getting lost in your own head. Maybe you've worked with other coaches but didn't get the support that you actually needed to break through your self-sabotaging patterns. Maybe you've been coaching for a while now, but you're still making less than 5K per month. And you keep changing your approach every few weeks, wondering if it's your niche, your price point, or your offer that's the problem. And you're probably still stuck overthinking everything, still questioning whether this coaching thing will ever work for you. And sure, you're getting some calls booked in now and then, but then you sabotage the sales conversations by coaching on the call instead of conducting an actual sales call. Then you probably catastrophize everything and start wondering if you'll ever break through and build the consistent business that you see other coaches talking about. And honestly, I don't blame you, because most coaches think that the solution is out there somewhere, another strategy to learn, another tactic to try, or another guru to follow. And on top of that, you're already consuming endless content on YouTube, Instagram, and or LinkedIn with tons of different ideas about what you should be doing to grow your coaching business. One guru says focus on Instagram, another says LinkedIn is everything, someone else swears by Facebook ads, and everyone has a different opinion on pricing and positioning. You probably have so many ideas spinning around in your head that you can't pick a direction and stick with it. But here's the real problem. Even if you've picked the perfect strategy, your self-sabotaging patterns would still keep you from executing it consistently and cause you to procrastinate. The issue isn't more information. It's removing the internal blocks that prevent you from taking focused action consistently. And here's what's scary. Those patterns, they don't just go away on their own. They get worse over time. Every month that you don't address them, they become more ingrained. Every failed attempt to just push through makes them stronger. And every time you start something new, instead of finishing what you started, you're training yourself to quit. You are literally programming yourself to stay stuck. So here's what makes our approach completely different from every other business coach out there. We don't give you more tactics or strategies to overwhelm yourself with. We focus on the self-sabotage that keeps even great coaches stuck. This isn't just about external strategy, it's about internal mastery first. We help you identify and eliminate the overthinking, the procrastination, and any patterns that prevent you from executing consistently. And when you remove these patterns, you stop changing your Instagram bio every week because you'll have clarity on exactly who you serve. You'll stop coaching on sales calls and start conducting actual sales conversations. And you'll stop questioning every decision and start following a proven, repeatable system. And you'll build a sustainable six and even multi-six-figure coaching business without working 80 hours a week or burning out. This is pretty straightforward. We help coaches end the self-sabotage, keeping them stuck so they can get more clients and grow their business to six figures. If that sounds like what you need, then book a call with my team down below. Now, let me show you exactly how this works with one of our recent clients. George came to us with no clear niche and no solid offer. He was all over the place, constantly second-guessing himself, changing direction every few weeks. But here's what happened. First, we identified the core self-sabotaging patterns that were keeping him stuck. He was overthinking every decision and procrastinating on the actions that would actually grow his business. We helped him lock in his niche and create an offer that made sense. But more importantly, we helped him to eliminate the mental patterns that were keeping him from taking action. Within 36 days, George generated £23,500. That's over £652 per day in a business that was completely stuck before. And these results are typical from people who work with us. Take Cully, for example. He was stuck at 1 to 2K per month for months, spinning his wheels. But after working with us and removing the self-sabotaging patterns, he hit 27K in June alone. And even our worst case client still quadrupled her coaching business once she stopped getting in her own way. We've helped over 500 clients in the last 5 years, and I've closed well over $500,000 in coaching. But here's what's important to understand. These results happen because we didn't just give them more strategies to get confused by. We removed the internal blocks that were preventing them from executing on any strategy consistently. Now, you may be thinking, can't I just figure this out myself? Look, if you could, you wouldn't be watching this video right now. You've been trying to figure this out for how long? 6 months, a year, 2 years? And in that time, how many strategies have you learned? How many courses have you bought? How many different approaches have you tried? I bet it's probably a lot. So the problem isn't that you don't know what to do. The problem is that you can't get yourself to do it consistently. The coaches making real money aren't doing this alone. They're using proven systems and eliminating the patterns that keep most coaches stuck. Now, you may also be thinking about the investment. I get it. Money feels tight when you're stuck at 2 to 5K per month. But here's what I want you to consider. Every month that you stay stuck in these patterns, you're not just losing potential income, you're actually making it harder to succeed later. Because these self-sabotaging patterns compound and get stronger every time you give in to them. Every month you wait, you're not just leaving money on the table, you're making it less likely you'll ever break free. And here's the worst part. You're leaving people stuck in pain because you're amazing at coaching, but you're not very good at running a business yet. The coaches who invest in removing these blocks see results quickly because they're finally addressing the root cause instead of just treating the symptoms. But this isn't for everyone. If you're looking for someone to just wave a magic wand and build your business overnight, this won't work. If you think success should come without investment or effort, this isn't for you. This is specifically for coaches who have been coaching for a while and are currently stuck below 5K per month and are ready to stop getting in their own way. You need to be willing to look at your own patterns honestly. You need to be ready to follow a proven system instead of just jumping from strategy to strategy every few weeks. And you need to have the resources to make a real investment in your business. If that's you, then book a call with my team below. But understand this. Every day that you wait is another day that these patterns get stronger. Every day you delay is another day that you train your brain that it's okay to stay small. The coaches who break through to 6 and even multi-6 figures aren't smarter than you. They just stopped the patterns before they became permanent. Because here's the brutal truth nobody talks about. If you don't fix these patterns now, when will you? In 6 months, when they're even more ingrained, in a year, when you've wasted another 12 months going round in circles, or in 5 years when you look back and realize that you've been stuck in the same place this entire time. These patterns, they don't fix themselves, they get worse. Now, there are no guarantees in life, but if you guarantee to do the work, I guarantee that this will work. Because the only thing standing between you and a 6 or multi-6-figure coaching business isn't more tactics, it's the patterns that keep you from executing the ones you already know. If you remove those patterns, the results become inevitable. So book your call below and let's end the self-sabotage that's keeping you stuck.